Hi guys, it's Becky here at Aunt Beck's Creations. Excuse the hair, one side always goes up, one side always goes down, and I am not a blow dry fanatic. Just not. Alright, let's catch up on the weekend. We went to our house in Casey and worked on it. Scott got incredibly sunburned, y'all. He was hot, so he made the mistake of taking his shirt off, and you know he's just about bald, but he wore his hat, but his neck, his shoulders, his back are all burnt. Plus, he was power washing the garage. So he had his arms up with the power washer like this. His armpits got sunburned. I feel so bad for him, but it's kind of funny too. I just have a weird sense of humor, I guess. But I told him, I said, that's why survivalists will always tell you, never take your shirt off when you're hot and the sun's beating on you. You never do that, ever, 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 ever. He's like, yeah, I know. So anyhow, he got the other 3 sides of the garage power washed. He says he still needs to do a little bit of sanding and scraping on the trim pieces, which are wood, but that I can go ahead and start painting the siding, which is a metal siding. So next weekend, which will be the Labor Day weekend, it'll be a long weekend. So my plan is to paint like crazy if my neck will let me, because it gets so sore and strained, you know, painting and looking up. So we'll see how I do. I did get the gray repainted with exterior paint on the front of the garage, and I got it's the terracotta color, but I think it's, if I remember right, it's called Artisan is the actual name of the color. So all that's left to do on the very front of the garage is Scott wants me to paint the inside trim around the door that you walk in. He's not real worried about the garage bay doors. I painted all the way in, but there's no trim pieces. But on the walk-in door, there's interior trim, and he wants that painted gray too. So I'm going to paint that gray. I've got to touch up where I accidentally got a little bit of Artisan on the gray, which basically I'll take the gray paint and just cover over my splatters with just a, one stroke of the gray, and it'll be covered. And then I've got to repaint the green, but the green will go quick once I tape off the gray that I've already painted, that I don't want to get the green on. I'll tape that off good, paint that. The front will be done, and oh man, it looks good. It looks so good. And we're going to focus next week on finishing, getting the paint on the garage, and hopefully we can get it done with having an extra day. Fingers crossed on that one, because we'd love to have the house, all of the soffits and around the roof have got to be pressure washed, sanded, and painted before we get the roofers out. Some of it needs to be replaced because it's gotten a little rot in it, and some of it just needs to be scraped and painted. So once we get that soffit painted all the way around the house, I'll call the roofers and stay down there while the roofers come and put a new roof on the garage and the house, and we'll get that done, and that will make the place look so amazing. So amazing. So I'm excited about that. Then we can start, once that is done, we can start focusing room by room on the rooms that have not already had their windows replaced. We will go ahead, replace the windows, paint the outside, and then I'll focus on painting the inside trim and the room walls, and we'll take that one room at a time. And with any kind of good luck, we'll be ready to list in January. But anytime you're dealing with home projects, everything takes 2 to 3 to 6 times longer than you expect, because there's always delays. It's not as bad if you're doing it on your own and you're not relying on somebody to show up to do the task that you're paying them to do. So with any kind of good luck, our health will hold, the weather will hold, we can get all this exterior stuff done before it turns real cold. That is our goal, to get everything outside done first, so that when it does turn cold, we'll just be inside and it won't be nearly as bad. So that's the progress on the house down there. We got back up here at the cottage thinking this cottage was supposed to be pressure washed, but I think the guy was just meeting them. I have not seen anyone this morning. They came last week, made a list of materials that they needed to go pick up at either Home Depot or Lowe's to get the rafters covered around the roof. And Adele got the screens ripped down. I think I showed you all that. So I put clothes on that I don't really want to ruin. So if I'm going to deal with those screens, I'm going to have to, change into some clothes that I don't really care about, because they are nasty. Those old screens are nasty. So that needs to be cleaned up. And let's see, what else? Greg had a absolutely fantastic time at the beach with his friend. She flew all the way from California to spend 2 days with Greg, and they had a blast down at Folly Beach, and it's just so wonderful to see him so happy. And I want to thank Dakota if she watches the video. Dakota, thank you so much for coming and spending the weekend with Greg. It really meant absolute world to him and us. It's so good to see him happy. I love it. So, and I'm glad that you got safely back out there to California. Wish you could have stayed longer. I know Greg does too. So maybe next time. And he's already talking about trying to save up to come see you in California. So we'll see. Let's see, what else? I'm eager to watch videos this morning because Linda's Pantry, I'm going to do a shout out for Linda's Pantry. She is doing currently doing jelly videos. And she's got one habanero rhubarb, and then there's another one up here. Let me scroll up if this stupid thing will quit acting crazy. Wild blueberry jam is on Our Half Acre Homestead. I thought that was also Linda's Pantry, but it is not. It's Our Half Acre Homestead is doing wild blueberry jam. So everybody's doing jam and jellies, and I so miss canning. I used to can and make jellies and things like that. Just about every year I'd make some kind of jelly or jam. But when I was working and going into work at crazy o'clock, I didn't have the time to get up early and go pick berries or search out a blackberry patch or anything like that. So I'm going to watch those. Let's see. I see there's some arcads going up. Ann Williamson has one, and somebody else was doing arcads. I can't remember who it was now. So anyway, who else? Let's see. If you're not subscribed to Didi Di's Crafty Corner, you need to get subscribed and watch her Sunday Chit Chat, because she's going to be doing some destashes on her Sunday Chit Chat videos, and she does giveaways too on her channel, just spur of the moment type things, but you have to be a subscriber and support her through leaving comments, thumbs up, things like that. And she just does them randomly. She's not going to tell you when or any of that, but it's a lot of fun. Don't forget, today is Monday. Hit up Crafty Lori. It's Make-A-Wish Monday. And I think I've got a couple wishes I'm going to add this week, and I might grant a couple. Let's see, who else? Who else is doing something really cool? I'm seeing some wishes granted and people making videos of that. That's something I wanted to touch on. When someone takes the time to send something, it really warms their heart to see your reaction when you open something. I know it does mine. So if I've sent a package out, please at least send me an email message or something to let me know that you got it, because sometimes I never even hear if it's been received. And that's kind of hurtful when you take the time to mail something out that you feel like you've put a lot of love and care in. So it only takes a moment to say, hey, I got your package. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. And everybody, if we would all focus on being more thankful for what we have and for the people that come into our lives, and focus on being caring more often, and stop looking for the differences in religion and color and all of this belief systems and all of that. Quit looking for the differences. Stop telling people they're going to be condemned this way or that. Be loving, be caring, be compassionate. It only takes a moment to be loving and caring. It really only takes a moment. And all you have to do is smile. Smile at someone. If they look like they're having a bad day, just give them a quick smile. Or, if they're really looking in despair, ask them, are you okay? Just reach out to people. I know it's hard for me as an introvert to do that to complete strangers. I'll do that for a friend, hey, are you okay? But for a complete stranger, it's a lot harder for me. But I do it. I try to give a smile, especially if it's someone that looks so sad and in despair. I can read people's faces and body language. You can tell if they're having a bad day. I know people can tell when I do because it's all over my face. My face is just like, I can't tell a lie. It just immediately comes over my face. So, just take a moment to be nice. And let people know if you've received a package from them, even if it's just a quick note via YouTube Messenger or an email to their email. It only takes a moment. Of course, I like to see video reactions of the things that I've sent out, but that just brings me joy to see that I've brought somebody happiness. So, yeah, be nice. Enjoy your Monday. I'm going to go watch videos and watch this one on the habanero rhubarb jelly. And I might even share that with Dude Like Hella because he's getting an abundance of rhubarb harvest up at his place in Alaska. And their baby is growing like crazy and she's cute as a button. So if you haven't subscribed to anybody that I've mentioned, I will try to put their links down below real quick. And have a great week, everybody. I'll be back with a project later. Bye.